I personally don't think there has been more anticipation around a 3-year-old than this particular horse in Catalyst. All eyes trackside wide will be on their televisions at 10 minutes to 5 this afternoon. And we are very, very lucky this morning to have Clayton Chipperfield joining us with a little bit of new technology. So a very good morning to you, Clayton. Couple of firsts for you today. The first Group 1 runner in Australia, and I think the first time you've used the selfie stick. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it's good to be here, and it's exciting times coming ahead. But, just hope we can do the job.
Okay, the media attention around Catalyst, from what we can see from this side of the Tasman, has been absolutely immense. How have you found that?
Yeah, it's full on here. I'm getting phone calls every day. All radio stations want to know about this boy, and plenty of video cameras have been around, and we've got plenty more to do today as well. So, I mean, hey, we're all in the game to have a horse like this, and I'm the lucky one to have him, so I'm enjoying it.
Okay, how are you sleeping? Because there must be a fair bit of pressure coming with everything that is around this particular horse.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, to be fair. Adrenaline will kick in and keep me going for the day, but yeah, hopefully I can relax and sleep tonight.
Okay, every time I've seen this fellow, he's so relaxed, he never turns a hair, and everything I've heard from media reports is that he travelled over and acting just like he is at home.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it was a long day for him. It was a 12-hour trip from stable to stable, so you know, we probably expected him to be a little bit unhappy, but he wasn't. You know, we put him straight out in the paddock. He had a wander around, nice and free, had a little nibble and a drink, and settled in really well.
Okay, what have you done with him post hitting the Australian shores?
Oh, well, we've just been taking him over. Damien Lane came over on Wednesday and gave him a nice, easy run along, and he was very happy with him. He said he's a lovely mover and covers a lot of ground for an overly, well, not so big horse, you know. So he gave him the thumbs up and said he's all ready to be competitive today. With a bit of luck, he'll be 100% by next start, so we won't have to do a heck of a lot more after today as well.
Okay, we've heard a lot about the weather that has been across the eastern seaboard. What has sort of played out across the last couple of days there?
It's been warm and humid, but last night Moonee Valley got 8 mil of rain, but they're telling me that won't have much effect on the track. It's still going to be a 4 or a 5, so they got good drainage there at Flemington, so we'll be running on a good surface. Okay,
it's a big step up. You're up against the big boys this time in, but look, you're there to have a crack at them. How are you feeling about taking on the Alligator Bloods and other horses like that today?
Obviously, we've got to be a little bit worried about a competition. You know, he hasn't been running up against Group 1 horses before, but I think he's done enough at home to warrant a start here, and he deserves the crack, you know. But if we can get a decent bounce, I think we should give him a run for their money.
Okay, you got the visitors' draw. What are the plans from there?
Yeah, we have, unfortunately. Spoke to James McDonald the other day, and ideally would like to get to the 1-1, but we're going to need a lot of luck to do that. And we heard yesterday that Alligator Blood is going to lead, so the pace has been taken out of the race with the scratching of the leader. So with a bit of luck, if he does get lead, he gives us soft sectionals, and if we do end up back, we won't get too far away from him. But I guess we just have to see what he does coming out of those gates. I mean, he's been slow, he's been quick, we've been able to use him early, but it really just depends on what James can do coming out those gates.
Okay, you mentioned after the fresh up run here in NZ that you thought, well, we'll put the blinkers on because he can't miss away. But you sort of reviewed that tape, I understand, looked at the start, and you've obviously changed your mind around that.
Yeah, I was probably a bit premature saying that. You know, I hadn't spoken to Troy and I hadn't seen the replay of the start. But if you watch the replay, half of the field have actually anticipated the start, and he has headbutted the gates. And as he stood back, the gates have opened, so he was going to miss it. Can't blame the hood for that. And I don't think putting a hood on was going to improve his last 600 anyhow. So we've opted to keep it off. But I mean, he's had it on before. If we do need to put it on after today, well, it's not going to be an issue.
Okay, we all want you to win, but what would be a pass mark today for Clayton Chipperfield with what's in front of him over the next month or so?
Yeah, ideally would like to win straight off the bat, but if we're driving away tonight, if we're leaving the racecourse tonight with the knowledge, knowing that we are competitive over here, I'll be very happy. You know, we're after the Group 1 mile in his next start, so yeah, if he's competitive in this race today, we'll still be very happy.
Okay. Have you been a little bit surprised? We know Tiaki Shark got a massive cult following when he went over there through his last preparation. It seems to me, watching from afar clearly, that this fellow's probably got an equal amount of following over there, and they're probably almost talking about him as a star in the making. And that's unusual for the Australians. They'd like to play us down.
Yeah, absolutely. Just watching some of the shows yesterday on racing.com, a lot of them are saying if we had a better draw, it would be an extremely hard to beat. But yeah, the media is behind him. Everyone wants to know what's going on, and with a bit of luck, if we can get a result today, well, it'll help us with the votes. Going into the All-Star Mile, because they close tomorrow.
It's going to be a different atmosphere at the racetrack today. A little bit different to where he's been at Ellerslie, albeit Ellerslie is a wonderful racecourse. Look, his just demeanour and everything I've seen from him, he shouldn't turn in here. He should be pretty settled in your mind.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter what race meeting he goes to, the quiet ones, or Ellerslie Crack a Million night was pretty busy and it didn't seem to bother him at all. But obviously it's going to be a lot different here. But he seems to cope really well and probably enjoys it, to be honest.
Okay, are you as happy as you could be going into this big test today?
Yeah, I can't fault the horse. We've got no excuses going into it. To be honest, if we'd had a maybe 3, 4, 5 barrier, I'd certainly be a lot more confident. But look, we'll just have to see how he bounces out. But he's ready and he's done everything spot on. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
All I can say is that to every Kiwi that's got an interest in thoroughbred racing will be cheering you home this afternoon. Thank you very much for your time, Clayton. I know it's going to be a very busy morning for you. We wish you all the best and we hope the Kiwi wings can fly there this afternoon with Catalyst.
Cheers, thank you very much. Certainly looking forward to it.